Hey everybody, this is the weekly forecast commencing on Monday, October the 21st, 2024. On Monday, the moon that sets or describes more of the public tones and reactions is going to start the new work week in Gemini. Gemini is restless, it's curious, it's running around, it can't stop talking. It's really good for catching up on all your correspondence and emails. But the moon will be in a square or a hard angle to nebulous Neptune around noon, maybe up to 1 p.m. Pacific time. That's where emotionally you could be distracted, you could be confused, you could be feeling emotionally disconnected, but this too shall pass. And the moon will then leave Gemini. Of course, that moon in Gemini, we're talking more about our feelings. But then the moon goes into Cancer at 3:50 p.m. Pacific time, and now we're in our feelings. Moon in Cancer once a month for 2.5 days is a period of reflection, of being closer to family, more caretaking, more nurturing qualities. Now, the last half of the day, Pacific time, discerning communication Mercury will be trining or in harmony with pragmatic business Saturn. Mercury Saturn gives great business acumen. You're able to make more practical, confident business decisions. Very favorable for starting any kind of new project, especially very goal-oriented, very business-minded with the Mercury-Saturn. Then we go into Tuesday. The moon continues in emotional nurturing Cancer, but the sun is going to be in a hard angle to Pluto. At about the first half of the day primarily. Pluto rules the underworld. Pluto rules secrets. When the sun is being in conflict with Pluto, there might be secrets being revealed, causing a lot of tension. It could be having power struggles, Pluto, with authority figures, which could also include your parents with that sun. But that energy is going to start to really dissipate by 3:15 p.m. Pacific time, because the sun that had been in Libra for the past 4 weeks, and Tuesday is the sun is in Libra for the last day, but it's in a square or hard angle to Pluto, which is at the last degree of Capricorn. But at 3:15 p.m. Pacific time, the sun goes into Scorpio for 4 weeks. Scorpio is ruled by Pluto, all things Pluto, the underworld, secrets, privacy, introspection. Those are the qualities that impact the time when we go into the period of Scorpio. A lot of going deep within, so it's an ideal time for doing a lot of studying, researching, being left alone, introspection. Now, before I go through the rest of this week, if you enjoy these types of videos and would like to see more of them, click like and subscribe. And don't forget to click on the notification bell so you can receive the latest postings. And as I always say, if you go into the description box underneath the video, you'll find a direct link to book an astrology reading or to check out my 2-question offer. Now, Wednesday, the moon continues in emotional, reflective, nurturing Cancer, but mid-afternoon, it's going to cross over Mars, which it does once every 27, 28 days. And Mars is the warrior planet, It's impatient. It can be irritable. It can be excitable. So when the emotional moon crosses Mars once a month, there could be some emotional upsets, some emotional irritability, more prone to arguments or impulsive actions. But that will only last for an hour or so. And then that'll soon dissipate, because that nurturing moon in Cancer by 6 to 7 p.m. Pacific time will be trining or in harmony with empathetic, idealistic, healing Neptune. That moon-Neptune energies can be highly intuitive, compassionate, creative, a lot of selfless energies, a lot of charitable energies. On Thursday, now the moon is in dynamic, fiery Leo. You're going to notice a big difference. When the moon's in Cancer, in general, you just want to stay more at home, more keep to yourself, be a little bit more private. And when the moon goes into Leo, the moon represents the overall public reactions. Leo is entertainment, it's parties, it's outgoing, it's romantic. Moon in Leo, it's a fire sign. There's a fire lit under you to get out there and enjoy life. Where the moon was in Cancer, let's just stay at home. So with that romantic, dynamic moon in Leo on Thursday, it's going to be trining or in harmony with social Venus, mid-afternoon Pacific time. Very favorable for socializing, entertainment, a little romance. And if you are an artist, you might be feeling more inspired to create. Or if you're not an artist, you could just be feeling a strong desire to appreciate art or noticing the beauties in the world. And Mars all day. Mars is the warrior, assertive, courageous energy. It will be in harmony, forming a sextile, that's 60 degrees, to dynamic, innovative, progressive Uranus. With Mars in harmony with Uranus, it's a lot of you, especially how it might trigger your own horoscope, is you're more motivated to take bold actions. That's that Mars energy. Also to break out of the old stuck routines. Try something all new and progressive. Very favorable with Uranus for all things technology. Mars can mean being more open to working with technology. On Friday, the moon continues in dynamic Leo, but it's going to be in a hard angle called a square to communication Mercury, mid-morning Pacific time. The moon is emotional and subjective. It's going to be in conflict with Mercury, which is more rational, more objective. So your thinking might be more influenced by your emotions, and mid-morning for an hour or two on Friday, Pacific time, communications might be more strained, more difficult. But that will pass, because as we get into the mid-afternoon Pacific time, then the public emotional moon will be in harmony, a sextile, with optimistic, expansive Jupiter. This would also be very favorable for making, being upbeat, getting excited about making a lot of pleasurable plans for the weekend. Or you could be going away for the weekend, that Friday afternoon, going into the evening, whether it is, jumping in the car and going away for the night or two, or headed towards the airport, because Jupiter can deal with expansiveness and travel. Now, Saturday, the moon continues in fiery Leo, but it's going to go void of course from 1:04 a.m. Pacific time until 8:48 a.m. Pacific time. As I usually mention every week, when the moon is void of course, it means it's changing signs, but it's no longer aspecting other planets. So the energy's flat, the energy's unproductive. So the rule of thumb is you don't want to start a new project, launch a new event with the moon void of course, because the energy will just fall flat. At 8:48 a.m. Pacific time, now the emotional moon goes into work-oriented, service-oriented Virgo. Virgo is an earth sign. Earth is sensible, it's practical, whereas when the moon was in Leo, it's more that fiery, entertaining, outgoing, romantic energy. The moon goes into Virgo. It's time to get the job done. Time to be of service. Being more sensible and practical and trying to finish up any work tasks. And with a Saturday, maybe it's a good day to volunteering, being of service, or on a very simple mundane level, just cleaning house, cleaning out your closets, getting ready for maybe, Saturday evening. Now, Sunday, the moon continues in analytical Virgo, but it's going to be in tension with social Venus forming a square, and in opposition, confrontation to restricted Saturn. Now, this is going to be late morning, let's say 10 to 11:30 or so a.m. Pacific time. That moon in Virgo, when it's difficult with Venus and Saturn, there could be some real irritability, and you might be prone to be more hypercritical or demanding in relationships. Again, who knows? It's a Saturday morning. If you're on the West Coast of the United States, maybe you're exhausted from Saturday night. Maybe you didn't get enough sleep. Maybe you're hung over. This too will pass, these tensions with relationships. And then as we go past noon, there's no other planetary events. So everything is just more calm, more settled, maybe you're getting ready and resting up for the next work week. I want to thank you for watching. If you like information on how to book an astrology reading or to check out my 2-question offer, visit my website at gardino.co. That's .co. Until next week, be safe and well.